I'm going to be telling you 9 cold hard truths about crypto trading and investing that will help you make multiple 6 figures and potentially even 7 figures in this crypto bull market. Now, we only have about 4 to 6 months left of this bull market. As I've been saying throughout my videos, you can watch them in this playlist. And if you really understand what I'm about to say in this video, you will know the natures and realities of crypto investing and trading. Because without knowing these 9 truths, I wouldn't have made my first million at age 24. I'm currently 29 right now, and I've been in multiple bear markets and bull markets and close to 9 years in crypto now. And by the way, some of these lessons originated from this book, which is Trading in the Zone. And I read it a long time ago, and I always keep revisiting it. Every single time I make some errors when it comes to crypto trading. And I only wish that if I had to go back in my first few months of crypto, that I understood these truths and really internalized them, because it would have helped me save so much money, keep most of my gains, and make even a lot more. And so with everything said, here's the 9 cold truths about crypto trading and investing. Subscribe to my channel if you want to see more cryptocurrency content, crypto alphas. I also have a free Telegram group, so the links are below in the description. So truth number 1 is that anything can happen in the market. What I mean by this is that there's so many people out there that's focused on the perfect strategy or the perfect technical analysis or the perfect market condition. Although you have a perfect market condition, like let's say there's a bull market, a news can come out and all your trades could be wiped out instantly, because when it comes to the market, they will do what they have to do. The market doesn't care about you. It doesn't care about me. It doesn't care about any trader in the market, other than the fact that it will keep doing what it's going to do based on the number of people that are participating in the market or what's happening outside of the market. And so once you make a trade, once you make an investment, there's really nothing you can do about it. The only thing that you have control over is how much you put in, when you're going to get out, when you're going to get in. Other than that, anything can happen in the market, and you just have to let things be. When you fully understand this, you will understand that every wins that you do, every losses that you have, it's because of your decision to enter and exit. That's it. And once your money is in the market, you basically give the market control over your money. The only thing you have control, as I said, is what you can do, when you can get out. And let's say, for example, you're leverage trading. You put in a good long, you did all the technical analysis, you did all the great fundamental analysis that you're supposed to do. If one whale comes in and sells, let's say, $1 million worth of his bags, your position is pretty much gone. And so anything can happen in that market, and you have to accept it for what it is. Second truth about crypto is that you don't need to know what happens next to make money. This one actually shocked me when I found out about this, because we're so conditioned to predicting when the top is going to be, when the bottom is going to be. Of course, we have some ideas based on past market cycles, but it's not always going to be the exact same thing. Nobody's going to predict exactly when the bull market will end. And I know I've been saying within 4 months or more, but I'm saying that based on my experiences and based on what I've seen throughout history. And of course, I could be wrong. I may be wrong. However, regardless whether I'm right or I'm wrong, I can still make money within those 4 months, and so can you. Because the truth when it comes to crypto is that it's all probability, which I'll go over that in a bit. For example, there's people that have been investing in Bitcoin, investing in Dogecoin for years. They had zero idea what was going to happen in the market the next day, the next few weeks, the next months, but they held and they made money. There's also people that start off meme coin trading. Let's say they had $1,000 to start with. They put in $10 in a lot of altcoins, and somehow they get lucky and they make money. There's also people that trade futures or leverage. They put in a buy or sell regardless of where the market is, and they make money or they don't make money. The market will do its thing regardless of what you do, regardless of what you think, regardless of how you may predict it. And so the more you try to predict where the market is going, the more you're going to stress yourself out, because regardless of what you do, as long as you stay in the market, you will make money. Third lessons. Our wins and losses are randomly distributed. Now, I've lost many trades and investments in crypto. But let's say I lost 99 trades, 99 investments, and I still have a little bit of ammo to play with. And that one single trade that I make makes up for most of my losses and potentially more. Because you have to think of crypto like a casino, which technically it is. It is a casino, but you have a little bit more knowledge about how the game works. You have a little bit more edge because of the strategies and information that's available online, all the technical analysis. It's quite obvious nowadays. In the short term, yes, results are very, very random, right? The meme coin can take off. The meme coin can go to zero. Bitcoin can go to zero. Bitcoin can take off even more. And I think this is one of the reasons why so many people quit crypto is because they lose and lose and lose and lose, but they forget the fact that eventually they will win as long as they stay in the game. And that's really the whole nature of the game is to keep playing the game long enough until you finally win. Think of it as playing the slot machine, right? You pull the lever, you lose. 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 You have this sequence of losing, and eventually you start winning. And then you start winning, and you start winning. However, in crypto, once you do win pretty big. So wins and losses are really out of your control. It is inevitable. Making money in crypto is inevitable. Losing money is inevitable. And when I understood this, all the losses, when I fully understood this truth, every time I do lose a trade, it doesn't feel like anything anymore. It just feels like, oh, okay, I'm one step closer to getting another winner trade. I'm one step closer to finding a gem. And guys, like I said, I've been in crypto for close to 9 years now. Those 9 years have been an insane roller coasters of wins and losses. If I only lost money in crypto, I wouldn't be here. But the fact of the matter is, it is a roller coaster, like I said. And I just know that for every, let's say, 10 losses, I'll eventually win, and I'll win big, which I have done multiple times. Which goes into the next truth, which is it's all a probabilities and numbers game. That's all what crypto is. It's a numbers game. I know there's also another side to the market where people are all about Bitcoin maxis. They're all about Dogecoin maxis. And although those people have been very successful with just sticking with Bitcoin for, let's say, 10 plus years, a lot of you haven't been here for 10 plus years. A lot of you have been here for 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. And it's really not a long time. And you probably see a lot of people like kids making, $100,000 in a week, or people just come in crypto, they make a mil out of nowhere because that's what they post about, right? Because what you don't know is that those people are in the probabilities and numbers game. Because maybe out of 100 traders, one of those traders ends up winning big. And maybe you're one of those 100 traders that ends up losing. But if you fully understand that it's all a probabilities and numbers game, which is it's like a coin flip. You flip the coin, you win. You flip the coin, you lose. You flip the coin, you win. Lose, 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 win, win. And you may be wondering, okay, so what's the point then? Why can't I just go flip some coins? Well, the fact is, you can stack probabilities and numbers to your favor depending on how much you know about the market, depending on who you talk to, you network with, depending on how much information and knowledge, depending on how much you educate yourself about what has been successful and what has not been successful, which is through watching some of my videos. You can increase the odds of your probability when it comes to winning trades or investments by looking at the past success. What coins have been successful in the past? Because usually those coins end up being successful again in the bull market. You look at what past meme coins have been successful. You look at the characteristics of those past successful meme coins and then take that on and look for those similar characteristics. And that's essentially how you get a higher probability of winning in this game. Fifth truth about crypto trading and investing is that every moment or every trade is unique. Going back to what I said, which is stacking the odds in your favor by finding out winning characteristics of meme coins or altcoins, it could be different. There's that possibility. Just as I said in the first lesson, which is that anything is possible and can happen in the market, every moment is also unique. Because maybe there's a meme coin or an altcoin that you have not heard about and it does very well. It becomes a successful investment or trade. Or perhaps you wake up one day, you see an opportunity like a new meme coin, a new altcoin. You see that the market is trending up and you start buying and then you start profiting. And I believe this is what makes crypto such a roller coaster, not just because of the wins or the losses, but because there's always something new coming out and something different coming out in the space. About a year and a half ago, Pump Fund did not exist. Now they're doing over $1 billion in revenue a year. And Pump Fund has essentially mimicked sort of a casino. When it comes to a casino, there are rules set in place as to when you can bet, how much you can bet, when you can get out. But when it comes to crypto trading and investing, there's so much unlimited possibilities that can happen. You can bet on however much you want. You can bet on as many times as you want. You could be online for as long as you want. You could stay in that trade or investment for as long as you can. And so there's so many infinite variables as to what can make you succeed. And if you understood that every moment is in fact unique, you can wake up every day and see a lot of opportunities in this space, regardless if it's a bull market or bear market. The sixth truth about crypto trading and investing is that it takes one good trade and investment to make it all back and more. As I said again, every moment is unique. Anything can happen in the market. There's a lot of infinite possibilities that happens every single day. There's literally thousands of coins that are being launched every single day. And out of those thousands of coins, a few of them do very, very well. And by very well, I'm talking about 100x, 1000x, 10,000x. Because let's say, again, going back to my example, if you have $1,000 to invest in and you're putting in $5 to $10 per coin, let's say you're a meme coin trader or a high leverage trader, one of those will win. One of those will become a winner that will make it all back and more. And also, you can be losing for 6 months straight in crypto, maybe even a year or longer. But when the timing comes, when that 1 week or 1 month where the market is just incredible, plenty of gains that are being made, plenty of mooners, plenty of new gems coming out, that 1 week of or 1 month of the market being amazing could literally change the course of your career. The other truth about crypto trading and investing is profit is profit. Now, a lot of traders and investors seem to get disappointed when they take profit from a meme coin or an altcoin or a trade and it keeps going up, right? The greed takes over. Like, wow, I should have kept more. But they also forget the fact that there's been plenty of people that never even profited, that people that never even caught that trade or coin. And those guys have zero. And there's also people that have lost a lot of money from that trade and now they're in the negative. But for all of us, which I believe we have experienced if we've been in the crypto space for a while, is that regardless whether it's $100 profit, $500 profit, $1,000, $10,000 profit, profit is profit. Because when you have profit, you can play more. That profit is then used as a tool to bet more so that you can make more profit, as long as you're calculated with it. Which leads on to my next point, is that the real skill is doing nothing and keeping your money. This is in fact what boggles the minds of crypto traders and investors, people that are new to this. Is because literally anybody can come in crypto, put a buy, put a short, invest in a meme coin, and they make money without zero skills. Pure luck, zero skills. And actually luck happens many, many times in this market as long as you stay in, right? It's all about time in the market. Time and timing in the market. Both, it's all about the time you spend in the market, because the more time you spend in the market, the more you catch the right timing, the more you get lucky. And so that really requires no skill set. And that's why I believe it's super easy to make money in crypto, but also super easy to lose money in crypto, right? The real skill is doing nothing and keeping your money. Because let's say you're in profit by 10K, 20K, 100K. Maybe to you that sounds like a lot, right? Maybe you doubled your money, which is realistic in crypto. Maybe you doubled, tripled, 5x your money in crypto. But what you try to do is you take all that profit and bet it on a single coin while forgetting all these truths that anything can happen. Wins and losses are randomly distributed. It's all a probabilities and numbers game. You took that profit that you just made, you bet it all on one single coin, and then you lose it. This is what happens for most people. And this is what happens also with leverage trading or futures trading. When you're winning, it's super easy to stack your positions or more positions into that trade. And what usually happens is that it reverses and you lose all your money that you just made. You lose all the profit that you made. While if you sat there and just did nothing, you would have kept your money and you would have seen more opportunities as time went on. But it's hard to do that. It's hard. It's a skill to actually not do anything when you made money in crypto. Because our human nature, once we made money, is that we want to make more. We get overconfident. We start to think, oh, I made this much, I can make way more. And what happens? You lose it. And so once you have actually made money in crypto, which I said, that's not the real skill. The real skill is doing nothing and keeping your money. That's all in here. This is the thing that you have to understand as a crypto trader, that the real skill is in here. The real skill is controlling what you do with that money once you made it. Because I'll tell you, money to me is actually fucked up because of this market. Because in some months, I lose money that is absolutely devastating for people. In some months, I make money that is a yearly salary to most people. And I look back at all my losses, and if I just had done nothing and just waited and just took a step back, I would have kept more money, and perhaps I would have done more, which is a paradox. Because you can make money by not doing anything in this market. You just have to spend time in the market and catch the right timing. But you can't catch the timing if you don't spend the time in the market. So with that said, these are the 8 truths about crypto trading and investing. I know I said 9. The sooner you understand these truths, the more you're going to be in tune with the market. The more you're going to understand the actual realities as to what makes people money in crypto and actually what makes them keep it rather than just what makes them make money and lose it. Because this has taken me over 8+ years to really fully understand. And I hope that you could take all these lessons and apply them in this bull market, because I believe that in the next 4 months, it's going to be pretty crazy. With that said, if you like this video, if you want to see more cryptocurrency content, education, crypto alphas, join my Telegram link below. The first link is in the description. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to this channel if you want to see more. See you later.